Hi Drove, thank you very much Drove Black for liking. Thank you Power Money for liking. And those that are joining, you guys are welcome. Please, when you check on the screen, it's very simple. All you need to do is just follow, like, go through our page. When you come in here, get to see different visa packages we have open and ongoing and all of those. Can you guys get it from this area? Those of you that are streaming from this side, okay, it's better. All right, thank you. So we process visas to the French Schengen countries. We process outside Europe countries. Oh, Drove, thank you so much, Drove Black. You're welcome. Hi, Drove. How are you? So we process to different countries. We process both Schengen countries and outside Schengen countries, and our processing is fast, it's easy, it's very flexible. All right. Yeah, when it comes to that, we process work visas. Oh, Drove, thank you so much for doing that. Liking, it helps reduce the stress from my end. Thank you for tapping. All right, so we process work visas, we process study visas, conference visas, family relocation, dependent visas. Those of you that are coming in here. Oh, sorry, I did not increase the volume from this area. Okay, I did. Hi, hello, if you're coming in from this area. Family relocation, TRC, temporary location, and all of that. Drove, thank you so much for your liking. I appreciate that. God bless you. So we have different categories, and the good thing about our processing is flexible, is fast, and also is very reliable. We are legit when it comes to verification. You can check all our platform, they're all verified, and all of that. Then what is here? So we have different riots, we just listed them, and we process in different countries. We process both smaller countries, bigger countries, all of that. For the smaller countries, we process to Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta. These are small countries, they are very flexible. All right, but for the bigger countries, we process to Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Luxembourg. We also process to Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. We process to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK. These are all bigger countries. I told you guys the difference between the big country and the small country, right? For the bigger country, they pay more better, while the smaller country pay you less. The bigger country, the salary package, can be high, but their standard of living can be what, expensive. So you really just have to know how to go about that. All right. Check on our page. You see our location where we are. I would like to be working with you. Oh, Drove, really? Thank you so much for that. You're welcome. Okay, thanks. So for the smaller country, like we mentioned, they pay less salary, and the bigger country pay more higher salary. So the difference is that the smaller country standard of living can be less expensive, means it's not expensive. Do you understand what I mean, right? I really need you guys to understand it, because it's more easier that way. If you're going in for smaller country, their standard of living is very cheap, means it's affordable, means it's okay. Do you understand? But the only challenge you should be concerned about is that your salary package is never very high, means they do not pay very well. All right, thank you so much, Drew. I appreciate that. You're welcome on the system, or you're welcome on board. Sorry. So why the bigger country pay you more better, but just that the standard of living can be what, expensive. So if you're someone that cannot deal with an expensive environment, we always recommend, or we advise you going for smaller countries. The only challenge is that you have to be receiving a small amount of salary. Exactly. I really need you guys to understand the way these things work. So it's not just by flying, it's by understanding the nature of the country and how to go about it. Oh, please, how can I DM you? Oh, done. Yeah, those of you that were not able to DM me on TikTok, because our TikTok messages is filled up, we have to respond to all those messages because before some of you be able to DM. Sorry about that. Please, you can send us a DM on Instagram. Those of you that are coming here, please, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow, like, go through our page. If you're interested in the visa package, you actually saw that on each of the packages that I posted. All right, we actually refer you to Instagram. Just see that our Instagram page is same name, verified Instagram page is same name. Just type it there, you see it will come out. It's just pump out. You can send us a DM on Instagram, or if you don't have an Instagram page, that's fine. Those are coming in from this side. Hi, hello, how are you? Can you guys get the area? Okay, you can send us on what's it called, you can send us on Facebook. Facebook is also the same name. Do you understand? Yeah, because our TikTok messages for now is filled up, so we have to clear those boxes before messages can start coming in. So all you need to do, you can please reach us on Instagram or reach us on Facebook. See the way I'm dragging my ears, because a lot of you have to keep talking before they understand. So the only way you can reach on that DM, but here you have to follow here first. Like, you have to follow us on TikTok here. Like, if you want to send us a DM, send us a DM on Instagram, same name. Facebook, same name. Verified Instagram, verified Facebook. All right, YouTube also, if you want to continue with that, that's fine. Somebody's asking what type of work available. We have two categories of the work visas. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. The skill jobs are those of you that have your certificate. If you don't have your certificate, you cannot go in for skill jobs. because they are mostly doctors, engineers, IT tech, chef, these are for skilled workers. Why the unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification, you don't have any of this certificate, you do not fall any of these categories. Do you understand? Talking about the drivers, cashier, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs, nannies, cleaners. These are all open jobs. They are all unskilled, all right? Truck drivers, forklifters, caregivers, baristas. Remember, the baristas are the coffee makers, all right? So that's it. So just know that the skilled are those that have certificates and the unskilled are those that do not have certificates. So just know which of them you're actually going in for. It's easier that way for you to understand, right? So that's how it works. Then if you're going to using the study visa, we have 4 categories of study. We have the BSc program, which is the bachelor's degree, and we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, we have the language course. Each of them has the particular period of time, the tenure, which you can study. If you're going in for BSc, that is at least 3 years program, all right? If you're going in for master's, that's 1 year. Remember, you have to complete your BSc before you move into master's, all right? Then if you're going in for vocational study, we have 2 tenure for vocational study. Either you choose the one of 6 months or you choose the one of 1 year, which one works for you. Then if you're going in for language course, we have 6 months program. Remember, language course, we have 4 categories of the language course, and it depends on which of the country you're going in, because each country has their language, so you cannot mix them. So if you're going in for different countries, that determines the country you're actually picking out. Now for the language, we have Spanish language, we have German language, we have French, we have Finn language. Finn language, or you can call it Finnish language, or you can call it Finn, whichever, is only basically for those of you traveling to Finland. No country accepts those language except Finland. If you're not going in for Finland, if you're not going into Finland, you cannot go in for that language. Do you understand? Then we have the Spanish, that's for those interested in traveling to Spain, also some country that speaks Spanish. Then we also have the German language, that's for Germany, Belgium, and also some country that speaks German or accept German as their language. Then also we have the French, that's for France, and also some country that speaks French, which we have Belgium. Yeah, some parts of Belgium speaks French. Do you understand? So that's how it works. So it depends on which of them you're going for. Then we have the family relocation, which is 2 categories of family relocation. We have the TRC, we have the PRO. Remember, the TRC is always just the 2 years, and the PRO is just the 5 years. So it depends on which of them you're going for. Then we have the business visa, only for those of you that are entrepreneur, you're into business, you have your tax certificate or you have your business certificate, then you can go in for business visa. Otherwise, you have to go in using the study visa or work visa or family relocation. Do you understand? Any of which you don't understand, just tell me I don't understand, and I will take my time to come back and explain again. Is that clear? So it's very flexible. So like I mentioned, we process to both smaller countries and bigger countries, and I gave you guys the differences between the small countries and the bigger countries, and also explained to you guys the difference between a Europe country and a non-Schengen country. Europe country allows you to use one visa to access other Schengen zone, of course other EU community, but the non-Europe country, you are stuck in a particular visa and you cannot apply to, you cannot move except you apply for other visas. So it's very easy to understand, right? Good. Then for the smaller country, if you chooses to go for that, remember their standard of living can be very affordable, but their salary package is always very low because they are still developing, they are not there yet. While the bigger country, the salary package is always very high and the standard of living can be expensive. Those of you interested in smaller countries, we have Germany. For the small country, we have Spain, France, we have Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Latvia, Romania. These are cheap, available countries that even a first-time traveler, a starter, can as well go in for that. But for the bigger countries, means you're not interested in those smaller countries we listed, then you can go in for the bigger countries. Then you can always choose between Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, which other one? Netherlands, Ireland, Luxembourg, Australia, UK, Canada, New Zealand. Any of them that I skip, just check on our page, because I'm just a human, so you're not expecting me to cram everything on my head, like to have them up here. Okay, so that's how it works. So quickly, let's just go into today's board and just go through all the packages we have, and that you guys will understand it. And please, when you come in, if you don't understand what's going on, just check on our screen or go through our profile page, get to see details on how it works before you ask the question, so you don't just ask the question and I won't be able to answer you because I don't understand what you're saying. Do you understand? And also, those of you that are just joining, you can just follow us here, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name, or YouTube channel, or same name. Kindly know that if you want to send me a DM, you have to send a DM on Instagram. same name. If you cannot DM Instagram, or you don't have an Instagram account or page, that's fine. You can just send us this what's it called, a DM on our Facebook verified page. Ensure that you're messaging the page that is verified, because we have a lot of people bearing same name. So if the pages are not verified, that means you're not reaching out to me. You should be reaching out to other travel company, I guess. Do you understand? So that's how it works. So let's move on. Sorry, hi, hello, those are coming in from this side, because we're actually streaming from, I think, about 3 platforms that are live right now, right? So if you're coming in from any platforms, you are welcome. Thank you very much for joining. So let's move on. So we have your skill and unskilled jobs available for Estonia. Those of you that are coming into Estonia is also a very small country. I explained to you guys they do not pay very well, but they are stable, they're accommodating, and they're cool. So if you're okay with such intentional country, you can always go in for Estonia. All right. And remember, Estonia is one of those countries that is closer to Finland, so that's more advantage. That's the reason why most people always migrate to Estonia, because when you get in the Estonia and what's it called, TRC or resident, you can easily access Finland without stress. So it's actually a very good one. Okay, let's move on. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Poland. Those of you that are interested in going for Poland, one of the intentional country, they pay very well. They are stable, they are accommodating, and they're not racist. I remember I told you guys, Poland is actually a very good country, but just mind you or note that you're actually going into a country that has so many factory jobs. Not that they do not have any other unskilled jobs, they do, but just that mostly it's common for you to work in the factory, either you're a female or you're a male, so you can easily find that in Poland, all right? Because a lot of you would want to migrate to Poland, but you don't understand the nature of job that is there. Mostly they are factory jobs or even construction job, but Poland precisely, you have a lot of factory jobs. So if you are going in for Poland, just know that you are doing much of the factory jobs compared to other riots. Do you understand? Then we also have the skill and unskilled jobs available for Spain. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you don't want to go to other countries, just going for Spain. But the only challenge you should be concerned is that they are Spanish speakers, they are not English country. Yeah, we have some countries that are good like that, but just that they have different languages. And also we have some English speaking country, like I mentioned. If you want the English speaking country, then you can pick between Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands. We have 80 or 70% that communicate in English, which is a good thing. Or you can even go in for Malta, they're also English speaking country, all right? Otherwise, other countries, likely they do not understand English. So that's for Spain. If you're interested in a smaller country, like I always tell you, small country pay less salary, but their standard of living can be very cheap, which is a good thing for those of you that are concerned. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs also open and available. Also 53 using the kind of language, and you expect them to respond. You fagger. So we have the skill and unskilled job available for Denmark. Those of you that are interested in going for Denmark, Denmark is also a very good intentional country, but they're quite expensive in general. And we keep telling you that if you cannot afford a bigger country, because the nature of, living can be expensive, especially for those of you that have never traveled before, you have never left the shores of Africa, and it's always very difficult for you to start in a bigger country. Yeah, except you have enough fun, then you'll be able to settle faster. But we always advise, if you have not traveled before, why don't you go into a smaller country? Start from there, get to understand their system, get to be flexible to the way they live, their standard of living. Then other way you can move in from there to bigger country. It's more easier, because we don't want our customers to move into a country and then you'll be stranded and you'll be like, oh my God, this guy actually did the processing and all of that. No, we don't like that blacklist. So we always advise, if you have never traveled before and you do not have enough fun, go in for smaller countries. Is that clear? But if you have enough fun and you have never traveled before and you're good to go, let's just say you're sound, you're financially good, then going for bigger country, you'll be able to survive, of course. No matter what, you'll be able to afford their standard of living. Is that okay? So anyways, for Denmark, they are not English speaking country, they're Danish. So if you're going in for that, just know that they are not English speaking country. So you always have to use your Google. So let's write on. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. They also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in a smaller, cheap environment, you don't want to do much, that's fine. You can always go in for Malta. They're very cool. They pay you well. They're stable. They're accommodating, and they're not racist. Besides, they are English-speaking country. But one thing, they do not really pay very, very well compared to the bigger country. Yeah, that's a challenge if you are concerned. Anyways, they are very good. And also, those of you that are interested in studying in future, or you would want to migrate and study, or you would want to study after the long run of staying in that. Yeah, we have people like that. It's not a bad thing. You can always go in for Malta because studying can be very cheap. Remember, we told you guys provision of what's it called, affordable tuition fee in most of these smaller countries is quite okay compared to bigger countries. Just know that part. Those of you that are interested in going into a country and you want to study, or maybe you want to migrate using study and you're looking at a very affordable place, then you can always go in for Malta. They're very good. So let's move on. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Portugal. If you're interested in going into a very touched intentional country, those are coming from this side. Hi, hello, you guys are welcome. Sorry, I'm streaming at three different sides. So in case you see my eyes were moving from this side, I have to attend to all of them. Hi, Derek, how are you? So we also have your skill and unskilled jobs available for Portugal. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, you want to do more, you want a very intentional country, just go for Portugal. Portugal is very good. They pay you well, they are stable, and they are cool. But one thing, they are not English-speaking country. They're meant to be Portuguese. So if you're not okay with that, you can move into a very good English-speaking country, all right? But when it comes to business, those of you that are into business, I'm talking about the entrepreneurs, and you're looking at whereby when you migrate to a country, you want to continue your business internationally, then you can always go in for Portugal. They're very intentional. I mean, they are cool. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for UK. Those of you that are interested in migrating to an English-speaking country only, and you want a country that has a lot of Africans in them, then you can always go in for this. These are very good. They are stable. They're accommodating. They're not that bad. When it comes to work visa, Derek, we explained that we have two categories of work visas. We have the skill jobs, which you're talking about, and we have the unskilled. If you're going in for the skill, ensure that you have your certificates. I mean, we're talking about the doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. But for the unskilled adults that do not have any of this qualification, you don't have any of the certificate, that's fine. Means you fall under construction workers, factory workers, drivers, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs, nannies, cleaners. These are all unskilled jobs. Do you understand? Good. We have caregivers, we have forklifters, truck drivers. They are all open jobs. We call them unskilled. So if you're going in for that, that's fine. Remember, if you're going in for the skill, you should have a certificate. If you're going in for the skill, you do not need to provide a certificate. Okay, exactly. Those of you that are coming here newly, Derek, I said when you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or better still, you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name. If you want to reach out to us using the DM, that means you want to message us, either you send us a message via mail, by email. Our email is also same name at gmail.com. Just check it there, it's posted on the profile, very clear. Or probably you want to reach out via platforms. It's very easy. You can reach us via what's it called, Instagram. That's the only way, because our TikTok messages are filled up now. So you can send us a message via Instagram, same name, or you message us via Facebook. If you don't have an Instagram, you can always use a Facebook to message us. Exactly. Ensure they are both verified, please, so you don't send it to the wrong people or wrong travel company. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in going into a bigger country, can you guys get it from this area? Hi, hello, those are coming from this side, you guys are welcome. You can go for Germany. Germany is very good. Molly, just check on our check on the description. It's actually very clear there. It's posted there. I'm very sure you understand it. That's it. All right, so let's move on, guys. Sorry, I'm streaming on like almost 3 platforms, that's why. Okay, so this is which country? Yeah, this is Germany. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, you want a higher pay job, you want to do more, you can always go in for Germany. They are very good, they are stable, they're accommodating, and they pay you very well. Family is allowed to travel with you. You can navigate your ways, you can extend your visa stable. Mind you, they are not English speaking country, they are German. So if you're okay with that, you can always go for this. All right, and they can be very expensive in nature, means they are quite very expensive. So if you don't have enough fun, I see no reason why you should be taking bigger countries, like we always tell you guys. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Lithuania. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very small, good, peaceful country, just going for Lithuania. Lithuania is very good. Those of you that are sending messages on Instagram, I'm getting them. I'm going to respond to all the messages once I'm done with the live stream. That's when I respond to all your messages. All right, thank you. So we're talking about Lithuania. Let me increase this light. I noticed the light is not that okay, it's better now. All right, so if you're going for Lithuania is very good. They're a smaller country, and remember, they do not pay that extra very high, but they are cool. I mean, they're not that bad. All right, and they're closer to Poland, and also they're very closer to Sweden. So if you're able to get your TRC here, I mean temporary resident or PR, whichever, you'll be able to access Poland and Sweden using their permit. All right, so it's actually a very good country. So you have nothing to worry about. If you're going for Lithuania, they're very accommodating and they are warm. I mean, they're not racist. That's what matters. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in the bigger country, you want to do more, you don't want smaller country, you want a country whereby when you migrate to, you settle down, forget about settling for a long period of time, then you can always go for Australia. Australia is very good. These guys pay very well and they're English speaking country. But one thing is that they are not Schengen. I mean, they're not part of the Europe countries. So you cannot use their visa to travel other countries except you apply for other visas. Do you understand? So they are good, they are stable, like I said, they pay you very well, and their government standard is one of the top notch. They operate similar just like Switzerland. So you can always use their visa to access Switzerland. All right. So if you're interested in that, we have it open and ongoing. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you can always go in for Finn. Finn is very expensive. Remember I told you guys the difference between bigger country, right? They pay you very well, just that the standard of living can be more expensive. Why the smaller country pay you lesser and the standard of living can be what? Cheap. So you decide which of them matches your energy. Anyways, this for Finland. If you're interested in a very good intentional country that pays well, accommodating, they are not racist and all of those, you can always go in for Finn. Finn is very good. They are stable and they are not that bad. But kindly know that when you're migrating to Finland, if you want to studying in Finland can be very, very cheap. But that does not mean their standard of living is not expensive. It can be extra expensive. Just know that, please, those of you that are joining. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Luxembourg. If you want to do more, you want a bigger country, just going for Louis. Louis is very good. I told you guys that one of the extra paying country. Also, they are quite expensive. And you have a lot to benefit from them. Free transportation across the city. Then Luxembourg, and also they are, what's it called? Internet services operate freely across the city. What we mean by that is Wi-Fi services, all right? So if you're interested in all of those, you can always go in for Louis, but just know that they're quite expensive countries. Should in case you want to migrate with your family, so just always have that noted. That's what I always tell you, if you don't have enough fun, especially those of you that always migrate with family, ASAP, just going for smaller countries, easier that way when you're migrating. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Belgium. Thank you very much, Jovi Black, for coming back. We also have here for Belgium, if you're interested in a very good intentional country that pays you well, you know, they are stable, accommodating, you can always go in for Belgium. Belgium is very cool. Okay, you send us a DM on Instagram or you send us a DM on Facebook. That's where you can always reach out to us directly. Thank you so much, Drove. So this for Belgium. If you're interested in going in for Belgium, let me even create this slide. I don't know if you guys can see. Those are sending messages. I can get your messages. Don't worry. So this for Belgium. If you're interested in a very good higher pay job, just going for this and thank us later. But mind you, they are not English speaking country. They have two languages here. They speaks French and also they speaks German. So you decide which one works for you. But they're very good. They allow you to do multiple jobs. Means you're allowed to multitask. You guys understand what I mean, right? Yeah. And also you're allowed to use their visas to navigate, and they're very closer to Germany. So you see they have so much of the benefits compared to the disadvantages. Like we always tell you guys, when you're migrating to a country, ensure the country has more of the advantage compared to the disadvantage. It pays more better, you know, it suits you well if you're going in for such. Okay, so let's move on together. Then we also have the skill and unskilled jobs available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in an English-speaking country, you don't want to migrate to any other country, you want a country that has an English-speaking in them, and that's it. Then you can always go in for Ireland. Ireland is very good. They are stable, accommodating, they are not racist, and they're welcoming. Also, they pay you very well. But mind you, they can be very expensive in nature. What it means is that if you're not able to cope in an expensive environment, I'm very sure you cannot survive here. So if that's it, but they're good. And what else? Yeah, they're quite closer to Scotland, and also they're very good in issuing asylum. Those of you that always migrate to a country and looking at the way where you can get in your residence very fast and easy, they can always go in for this. And also know that you cannot study in Ireland if you don't have enough funds, because studying can be much more expensive. So that's how it works. Let's move on. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in an English-speaking country, also Canada is very good. One of the intentional English-speaking country, but they are not part of the Schengen zone, means they are not part of EU. They are on their own, but they are doing very well. So if you're okay with such intentional country, you can always go in for Canada. They are stable, accommodating, and they are not racist. They pay you very well. So if you're looking at such good country you want to go in for, you can always go in for this graph, all right? And thank us later. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for France. Those of you that are interested in going for France, one of the good intentional smaller country. They don't pay you very well, yeah, and they are not English speaking country, they are French speaking. So if you're interested in that, we have them open and ongoing. Thank you very much for that donut. I appreciate. God bless. What's the name? I cannot pronounce your name. Anyway, so let's proceed. So if you're interested in that, I will respond to all the messages Drove Black once I'm done with the live streaming. Please, those that are coming newly, guys, are welcome. Like I mentioned, when you come in here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel, whichever them that works with you. They are all same name. Just ensure all the pages you are following on Instagram is verified, Facebook is verified, all right? So you don't damn into a wrong account. So that's it. So what else? Yeah. So if you're interested and you would want to send us a DM, you cannot send a DM on Instagram for now because we have a lot of messages on Instagram piled up and we have not responded to them. So you will not be able to Instagram. I mean, not Instagram. Sorry, you'll not be able to send a message on TikTok for now. For the now, like I said, because we have lots of messages we need to clear off on the TikTok box. But you can always message us on Instagram, same name, or you can always message us on what, Facebook, same name or verified page, or you can even send a what's it called, a Gmail directly. I don't know why this light keep dropping out. Okay, I've increased it and it keep going. So that's it anyway. So let's move on. Send us a message on Instagram. I've explained that. Same name. Follow us on Instagram and you also follow us here. Then you can also be able to send us messages on Instagram or you send us messages on Facebook. Same name. They are all verified. Are we clear? You can only send us a DM on Instagram or you send us a DM on Facebook, same name. Or better still, you can send us a message via what's it called? Oh my god. You can send us a message on the Gmail. Send us a Gmail account. Just same name, alright? So it's easier that way. Do you understand? Okay, so let's move on. So we have your skill and unskilled jobs available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a very intentional, higher paying job, just going for Netherlands and thank us later. They're very good. These guys pay very well. They are stable, accommodating, and they're not racist. And you have like 70 or 80% of the Netherlands that communicate in English, which is a plus. And also, if you're looking at the Christian country, you would want to migrate to your family, settle down permanently, that's Netherlands for you. And you're looking at a very cool, welcoming country that is kind of warm, that they're not racist, that's Netherlands. Netherlands is very good. They're intentional country, so you have nothing to be concerned about, all right? Yeah. But just that they're quite expensive if you're asking about the disadvantage. So let's move on. Then we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Italy. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you're not used to bigger countries, just going for Italy, they're very good. Can you guys get it from here? All right. You can always go for Italy. Italy is very good. They're intentional, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. I don't know why this light keep dimming. That's why you see me, I'm increasing it. Anyways, Italy is actually a very good intentional country. And mind you, they are not English speaking country. They're Italian. That's their communication language. So if you're okay with that, you can deal with it. And also know that they do not pay very well, but they are good. When I tell you a country is good, it's good. It's actually very good for starters. If you have never traveled before, you're looking at whether you want to start from, you can always start from Italy. Especially if you have a very good skills, means your hand is very crafty, you can do so many things with your fingers, then you can always go in for Italy. You have a lot of unskilled open jobs available for Italy, all right? So those of you that are concerned, and generally their standard of living is not that expensive, which is a good thing. So if you're interested in that, they're very good. We don't process Brazil. I'm very sure you heard us mentioning the countries we process to. I'll list out the countries we process visas to again. We process to smaller countries and bigger countries. If you're going in for smaller countries, we process to Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Libya, Romania. These are smaller, cheap countries we process, we work with. If you're going in for the bigger countries, process to Germany, Belgium, you guys are confusing me. We process to Germany, we process to Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway. We also process to Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Luxembourg, Ireland, Finland. Check on our page, you're going to see it there. All right, so let's move on. So we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Norway. Those of you that are interested in an average country, you don't want to do much, you just want a very mild country. Either you're traveling alone or you're traveling your family. You can always go for Norway. Norway is very good. These guys are very intentional, they're paying well, they're not that bad. But mind you, they are not English speaking country, they are Norwegian. That's the language. So if you're not comfortable with that, like I said, if you're not okay with a country that has non-English part of them, then you can always go into other countries which has English part, which is the Malta, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, and all of those. That's how it works. Bozy, you're welcome. Those of you that are interested, I've said that when you come in here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM on Instagram only, because when you send a DM on the what's it called, TikTok here is already filled up. We'll not be able to respond, and you can't even send the message. So you can only DM on Instagram. Instagram handle is same name. You can even see it there. It's actually posted there clearly on the profile. Please DM Instagram. Do you understand? Or you DM Facebook. They are all same name. This thing I just explained. Can somebody help me to explain to this person? What's the person's name? Is it Troy or whatever? Can somebody help me and explain what I just said now to this person is easier for me. Thank you so much. So let's proceed while you guys are explaining to the person. So we also have a skill and unskilled jobs available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in going for Sweden anyways, you want a very good intentional country, they pay very well, they are stable, accommodating. You can always go in for this, alright? They are not racist. And remember, or mind you, they're quite very expensive, but they're posh. It means they're very tush country. So if you're interested in such good intentional country, you can always go in for Sweden. Sweden is very good. They're accommodating and they're all of that. But mind you, or kindly note that when you're migrating to Sweden, they can be very expensive. So if you're not okay with an expensive environment, we always ask you to what going for cheaper environment, which is Italy, France, Lithuania, Estonia. These are cheap, affordable environments. Is that clear? So let's move on, guys. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Belgium. These are for those of you that are interested in migrating using the work permit. Sorry. Hi, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for the like. I appreciate Sivat. God bless you. You're welcome. So let's move on. So anyways, this is for Belgium. If you're interested in going into a very good intentional country that is quite closer to Germany, you can always go in for Belgium. Belgium is very good. They're intentional, they are stable and all of that. But mind you, they're not English speaking country. They have two languages that is welcome here, which is the French and also German. So if you're not okay with that, you can choose other choices. You have so many choices to choose. All right. So that's how it works anyways. So Belgium is actually a very good intentional country and they pay you very well. Also, they allow you to multitask. I mean, you're allowed to do more than 2-3 jobs. Whenever you hear us talk about multitasking, means that you're allowed to work for hours. That means it's your choice. You're allowed to do more than 2-3 jobs, which is a good thing. For those of you that always ask me, what do you mean by multitask? Then we also have a work permit visa available for Canada. Yeah, of course, we process Italy. Just check on our page. We process New Zealand. I've mentioned that Nurse Julie, what's it called? Ethan Charm. Yes, we do. I don't know why my light here keeps going down. That's why I'm increasing it. Yes, we do. I will list out the countries we process visas to again. For smaller countries, we process to France, Italy, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Latvia. We also process to Romania. And for the bigger countries, process to Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Luxembourg, Denmark. We also process to Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. We process to Ireland, Netherlands. Check on our page. We have 3 categories of visa processing when it comes to cost. We have the premium package or services, the way you might understand it. Can you guys get it from this area? Hi, hello. We also process and what's it called? We have the standard package. We have the regular package. Let's just say 3 packages. I mentioned the premium, the standard, the regular. Now, if you're going in for the premium and the standard, means you would want us to make provisions of your accommodation and your flight and all of that. That's like a special services, all right? You pay for those charges. Then you also want us to provide you please extra immigration service document, and also want us to provide you follow-up directly from embassy. I don't know why this like keep dimming. I've increased it. I will leave it like that. So that's it. But if you're going in for the regular package, kindly know that you are going to provide those documents yourself. I mean, you're providing your accommodation yourself, providing your flight yourself. We only assist you with the vital documentation. Is that clear? I'm explaining to someone that asked me, Charm, you have just said that those of you that come in, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do is follow here, like, or better still, follow us on a verified Instagram page, just same name, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, same name. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. You send us a DM on Instagram, because you cannot DM what's it called, TikTok for the now. It's filled up. So many messages there, so it's filled up. We're not done with cleaning that. I don't even know what to explain. I'm tired. Just send a DM on Instagram, or you send a DM on Facebook. Is that clear? I don't know why this light keep dimming. I'm going to leave it. Okay, Siri, can you please keep my lights on? I'm going to leave it like that. Then we also have a work permit visa available for New Zealand. Those of you that are interested in going in for New Zealand, you want to go in to a bigger country, you don't want a smaller country, you can go in for this. Remember, we told you guys we have 2 categories of the work permit. Can you guys see it from this area? Hi, hello. We have 2 categories of work permit. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. The skilled jobs are basically those of you that are graduates. You have your certificate, you have your professional. This is what you do. We are referring to the doctors, the nurses, the engineers, IT tech, chef. Those are skilled workers. But the unskilled, you don't need to provide us with any of those certificates. Do you understand? Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, nannies, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs, cleaners, drivers, securities, forklifters, truck drivers, caregivers. These are all unskilled jobs. Factory workers, agricultural workers, laborers, they are all what? Unskilled jobs. You don't need to provide any certificate if you're going in for that. But if you're going in for the skill, ensure that you provide your certificate. Is that clear? If you don't understand, ask me again. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Netherlands, also both skill and unskilled for Netherlands. If you're interested in a bigger country, you're not used to smaller countries. Remember I told you guys the difference between migrating to a bigger country and also migrating to a smaller country, right? The difference is that the bigger country pay you more better compared to the small countries, while the smaller country pay you lesser. And the bigger country, their standard of living can be very cheap, which is a plus. That's a good thing. Why the bigger country, their standard of living can be what? Very expensive. So you decide which one matches your energy or which one you are going for. I don't know why this like keep dimming. So let's move on. 100% approval. Check on our, okay, well, let's just quickly share you guys our successful story. That will be fine before we proceed, right? Let's just quickly go. So those of you asking for New Zealand, this is the visa out for New Zealand. Check on our profile here. You're going to see it. We pinned it there. New Zealand and Australia, you always have an e-visa. If you don't understand what e-visa is called, electronic visa is sent to you via email. So these are our recent 2026 success story. We actually pinned it there because of customers that would want to go through it. So this is how it looks like if you're going in for New Zealand and Australia only. Remember, just 2 countries. So let's just quickly go to the other country. Successful stories. So these are successful story. This is for Germany. This is a family of 3, the husband, the wife, and the kid. If you're going in, this is what visa looks like for other countries. Means that we have to book an embassy appointment for you at where you are, at your location. You go for submission. Submission means, okay, let me just take my time and explain this part. It's very important. Now, when you're processing visa with us, this is how it works. If you send us a DM, we'll send our requirements and our cost, right? You go through them, whichever you feel you would want to start with. Either you're going in for the regular package, or you're going in for the premium package, or you're going in for the standard package, whichever. Then we'll move it to WhatsApp, or we'll move it to email, whichever. You send us your document. Is that clear? Good. When you send us your document, that is your international passport. That's a requirement. Your international passport data page. And your passport photo white background, your resume, which is your CV. Then you also provide us with your employment letter where you're working currently, or you provide us with your offer letter or contract letter, just one of those letters. Do you understand? Some of you have an employment letter, why some of you have a contract letter, why some of you have an offer letter, of course. So just one of those letters. Good. That is for those of you working under someone's company. But if you're an entrepreneur, it means you're not working under anyone's company. You have your business. That's fine. You provide us with your business certificate, or they call it task certificate. Is that okay? Good. Those are our requirements. Then if you are married, you provide us with your marriage certificate. But if you're not married, you don't need to provide any marriage certificate. And also, if you're married but you're not traveling with your family, then you also do not need to provide any marriage certificate, except you are traveling with the family. And if kids is involved, if you're traveling with the children, ensure that you have their international passport provided to us, and also their birth certificates. We are going to provide you a consist letter. That is our own provision. We are going to do that. Do you understand what I mean? But you provide us a birth certificate of that baby and also the international passport. Whether you're traveling with a toddler or you're traveling with just a starter baby, whichever, just ensure that they have these 2 documents. Otherwise, you can't fly with a child. Is that clear? If you don't understand, ask me. Good. So when you send us all the documents, we start our processing. Now, our processing takes us 2 weeks. Then we'll forward every document to you that you need to go for embassy submission. We'll book an embassy appointment for you. You go in for your submission. Remember, you have to print every document we send to you in full details, clear photo, colored, not black and white. Some of you that like cheap printers, colored photo, and it has to be neatly printed out. Good. That is where your approval visa starts from. Every document given to embassy must be clearly seen. So you take it to the embassy. Already, we have already booked an appointment for you, because if we do not book an appointment for you, you cannot go for submission. So appointment is already booked, cleared for you. You're not going there to do what? Drop in your document. They're waiting for you physically where you are. That's where we'll book an appointment for you. You go for submission, drop every document to them, and do what? Give them your international passport. This is where this comes in. Drop it with them, the original copy, not the one you sent to us, not the photocopy anymore. Now you're giving them what? The original copy. If you don't understand, ask me. This one is very vital, very, very sensitive. You don't make any mistake on this one. Do you understand? To avoid visa bounce out. Now you drop out your international passport with them and you're not doing any interview, because a lot of you keep asking, am I going to be doing interview? No, you are not. Drop in every document with them, and then you'll be asked to do biometrics. Biometrics is what? Fingerprint. Means your fingers will now be printed on the print out stamp, and they'll take a photo of it. That is their own processing anyways. They'll also do like a medical test to just know if you're fit. Don't worry, that is already their processing. Do you understand? Good. Once they are done with that, you do what? Go home and give them 3 weeks, or let's just say 15 working days. If you don't understand, ask me. 3 weeks or 15 working days. I didn't say a month. Then they will call you for collection. That is, the embassy will send you an email for collection. Then you go and pick up your passport. That is where your visa comes in. That is why I call it a sticker visa. That's why they call it sticker visa. It's already stick on that passport. You drop with them for over 3 weeks. If you don't understand, ask me. These places are very vital. Some of you have never traveled before. It's not a bad thing. Some of you don't have a traveling experience. It's not a bad thing. Some of you are used to electronic visa. It's not a bad thing. So sticker visa is different from electronic visa. Why, on the other hand, the electronic visa, you don't need to go to the embassy. Everything will be done via online. We'll send to you. But this one, you have to go into the embassy, please. You make your first payment before we start your uploading on the system. We have 2 types of payment method. The first payment before we start uploading everything on the system, and the last payment immediately your visa is done. If you don't understand, ask me again. All right? So that's how it works. So let's move on. So these are success story anyways. This for Germany family of 3. So let's ride on. These are success story. This is France also. This is what visa looks like. Those of you that don't understand, ask me. It's very important. These are success story for Norway also. You can see it very clear, all right? These are success story for UK. These are success story for USA. This 2 years visa grant. We have the 5 years for USA as well. This is the 5 years grant. I will take you back to the 2 years. This is the 2 years visa grant success story. And then the 5 years. Breeze. Those of you that come in newly, I'll repeat myself. You guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page. If you're interested in any of the visa package, you send us a DM on Instagram only, or you send us a DM on Facebook. You cannot DM TikTok because we have so many messages to deal with on TikTok, so you can't even send it. You can't reach out DM, but you can follow. Do you understand? Good. Follow, like if you are coming in here newly, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, all same name. If you want to send me a DM directly, somebody that's asking, how can I send a DM privately? How can I reach out to you, please? How can I send? I'm seeing all your messages. Send a DM on Instagram. Can somebody please be explaining to all these people how to send DM, please? Send a DM on Instagram. That's the only way you can reach out. Or you send a DM on Facebook. Is that clear? Thank you. So let's ride on with the success story, guys. So these are success story for Canada anyways. Those of you that are going in for Canada. So they are all sticker visa. Only Australia and New Zealand are e-visa. That is why we pinned it there for some of you to see. Some of you that are Thomas the Doubters. So they can just see it there very clear and read it. Do you understand? But the rest are what? Sticker visas. This is also Sweden success story. Those of you that are going in for that. Alright. This is also a success story for Italy. If you're going in for a smaller country, remember I told you guys Italy is actually a very good country as well. These are success story. This for Denmark also. These are success story. This for France. You can see it there. It has to be on your passport. That's why you have to drop in your passport with the embassy. Do you understand? Those of you that are sending messages, I can see it. Do you get? If you don't understand, ask me now before you ask what you don't understand. That's why I tell you, from the moment you start your processing to the moment you're going into the embassy, it's always what? Very vital. You have to be very, very, very clear about these steps on how it works. That's why we always take our time to explain the steps to you, how it works. All right, no problem, Joy. I'll respond to you once I'm done with the live streaming. I respond to all the messages once I'm done with the live stream. If you are sending from Instagram, Facebook, I can see all your messages pumping out on all the whole stream we have here. All right, we'll respond to you once we are done. Somebody said, I need a Schengen visa for my sister. How much is We have 3 categories of visa processing. We have the premium package, we have the standard package, we have the regular package. If you are going in for the premium and the standard, means you want us to provide you accommodation, you want us to provide you flights, you want us to provide you airport transfer. We always call it a VIP service. You are paying for that. But if you're going in for the regular service, that's fine. Means you are going to provide all those stuffs yourself. You provide your accommodation yourself, provide your, what's it called, airport transfer yourself, provide your flight ticket yourself. All right, same name, it's the same name there. Yes, Breeze is the same name, just same name on Facebook. Man, those are coming new, you guys are welcome. When you come here, all you need to do, you follow here, like. If you want to reach out to us, follow here, like, or follow us on a verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, same name. Now if you want to send a DM, you send your DM to Instagram, same name, or you send your DM to Facebook. You cannot send a DM to TikTok for the now. We have so many messages occupied on TikTok. You self can't even send the DM, what's it called, message. So you can only send on Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram page, send to Facebook. I'm very sure a lot of you have a Facebook page, right? So that's it. All right, so let's move on. So you guys are seeing our successful story, right? What are the different prices? Is that what you're asking, or you're asking for precisely? What are the different prices? Or I don't understand what you're asking. I just explained now. Anything that has to do with figure, we only send it to your DM. Means when you send us a DM, we'll respond to you. Thank you so much, Irish Star. Thank you. I've explained that we have 3 service prices. We have the premium, we have the standard, we have the regular. I'm taking my time to explain it again. Gosh. If you are going in for the premium and the standard, means you want us to make provision of accommodation for you, flight, insurance, airport transfer, all those siriri, like VIP services. You paid for that, remember, or mind you. But if you are going in for the regular services, it means you're going to provide your accommodation yourself. When you get into the country, you're going to provide your flight yourself. You're going to provide your transfer, your settlement yourself. We only provide the vital documentation that is necessary for that visa to be granted. If you don't understand, ask me again, man. You guys. So let's move on. So these are successful story also available. Those of you that are asking, this is also for Europe country. These are successful story for Portugal. If you're going in for this, all right. Don't say I did not inform you that you cannot message on what's it called, on TikTok. You can only follow and like on TikTok, but you cannot send a DM because our messages are filled up. You can only send, for the now, you cannot send a message. You can only send us a message on DM via Instagram or Facebook. They are all same name. Please, which name is on Instagram? It's same name on Instagram, verified. Just type, even before you even type in the full name that you're seeing here of the TikTok, you will see our this thing will just come out. All right, it's same name on Instagram, just same name. Yes, please help me and tell the person that is same name. Same name on Instagram, same name on Facebook, same name on YouTube. They are all same name, so it's easier. Or better still, you can even reach us on Gmail if you are finding this stressful. All this explanation, you're not understanding it, it's not sinking. Our Gmail account is just posted there. It's same name at gmail.com. So you see, we make everything to be very easy because we have so many customers we attend to from different platforms. All right, so we have to maintain same, name. Work visas, yeah. Check on our screen. Somebody that is coming in. Those of you that are always joining to someone's channel, when you come in, the first thing is easier. Just check on the screen and see what is going on there. You can see there on the screen. We process work visas here. We process study visas, family relocation, conference visas, business visas, TRC, temporary relocation, dependent visas. That's what I mostly always tell you when you come here. All you need to do, just check on our page, get to see it. We have the work visas for Norway. Somebody that is asking. We have the family relocation for Norway. We have the conference visa for Norway. We have the business visa for Norway. We also have the, what's it called, study visa for Norway. For the work visas, we split them into 2 ways. We have the skill jobs. We have the unskilled. Skill jobs are those of you that have your certificate, while the unskilled are those that do not have any certificate, any qualification. I'll list them out again for you. Now, for the skill jobs, if you're going in for the skill one, that means you're actually going in for doctor, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. These are skill workers. Then for the unskilled workers, you don't need to provide any certificate. We are talking about the cleaners, the drivers, the cashiers, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs, nannies, forklifters, truck drivers. These are all unskilled jobs. You don't need to provide any certificate. Securities, name them. There are so many unskilled jobs if you are going in for that. Then if you're going in for study visa, we have 4 categories for study visas. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, and also we have the language course. For the master's program is 1 year program. For the BSc program is the 3 years program, and for the vocational study is also the 6 months program. Do you understand? Those are sending messages. I can see your messages. I respond to all messages once I'm done with the live stream. Then for the language course, we have 4 categories of languages. We have the Spanish language, we have the French language, we have the German language, and also we have the Finn language. Yeah. For the Finn, is actually fully named to, or should I say, it's actually pronounced finished language. It's only for those of you that are interested to travel to Finland only. If you're not going in for Finland, then you can choose other country. Do you understand? So that's how it works. Then vocational study, we explained to you guys, we have different categories of vocational study, right? Just like currently now, we're having COS visa going in for the UK. Those of you that are interested in traveling to United Kingdom, you can come in using the COS visa. It's called Creative Unskilled Workers. Do you understand? So that is for both influencers can come in, both photographer, videographer, hairstylist. You can come in for the COS visa for the UK. So it's actually good. We actually have that package. I will still share you guys. Let me just quickly share you guys the successful story. So these are Canada also successful story. You can see that very clear, right? Canada has their own way of visas. Of course, it's always 5 years visa grants if you're going in for Canada as well. Then this is the family of 5 successful story for Belgium. This is the husband, the wife, and the 3 kids. You can see it very clear posted here. If you're going in for Belgium, you can always go in for this. They are very good and they're stable, they're accommodating, they're also not racist. But mind you, Belgium, they are not English speaking country. So don't come to my DM and ask me, are they English speaking country? No, they are not, my dear. They have 2 languages. Either they speak French and also German. These are the 2 accepted, or should I say easy communicated language you can always find in Belgium. So this is a family relocation. And when you're migrating with your family, if you don't have enough funds, we always say you should not go in for the bigger country because it's always very expensive. It's easier going for a smaller country if you don't have enough funds. But if you have enough funds, you are good. You are what I say, you are stable. Then you can go in for bigger countries. Is that clear? Because some of you don't used to understand. You have to explain and sink it. Just the way I was explaining to someone that you cannot send us a DM on TikTok. You can only send us a DM on Instagram and also Facebook for the now. Do you understand? Let's move on. So we also have this our successful story for Canada also. We are just sharing you guys our successful story. Some of you that are Thomas, so that's why we're just going through that anyways. Since TikTok and most of these platforms, they don't always allow travels consultants to always posting their successful story. If you notice, it's always very strict. I don't know why they don't allow them to post. So that's what we just did. The last one we posted, which is in New Zealand, we just left it there. We don't even want to remove it. We're just like, oh, thank God we were able to post and pin it. I mean, sorry, not just even post it, because when you post it, they'll move it. Pin it to post and pin. So anyways, this is a successful story for Spain. Those of you that are going in for that also. All right, so that's it. I think that's all. Yeah, so let me now quickly show you what we're talking about. The COS visa we're talking about. Those of you that are going in for COS visa for UK. So this is a COS visa. Let me share with you guys. This is a COS current visa. If you're interested in going into UK, you can always come in using this package. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me again. Now, the meaning of this visa is called Creative Unskilled Workers Visa. It's actually open for mostly unskilled, those of you that don't have certificates. So this is the medium you can always go into UK. So we have like, I think 3 tenor. We have the one of 2 years, we have the one of 5 years, we have the one of 1 year. Yeah, I think so, yeah. Then it's open for influencers, videographers, photographers, hairstylists. That's what they call it, unskilled. Do you understand? Creative. For only creative workers. If you don't understand, ask me. Do you get? So you don't need a professional certificate if you're going for this. So this is a medium you can always go in for UK. What's it called? You can relocate to UK either with your family is allowed. You're allowed to move in using the COS visa. Like I said, it's open for influencers, creatives, which is videographers, photographers, ITs is also open for them. Engineers is also open for them. Those of you that don't understand, ask me again. That's what they always call COS. I'm very sure a lot of you must have been hearing people talk about COS visa for UK is open or is ongoing. This is what they call COS visa. Do you understand? It's for creatives. It's not for everybody. Do you get? If you don't get, forget about it. So let's move on. All right. So let's write on where we. Okay. So here's our work permit visa available for New Zealand. You guys saw our New Zealand success story posted on, or should I say, we pinned it there on our page. All right. So this for New Zealand. If you're interested in going into a non-Schengen country, those of you that are coming from this side, hi, hello, how are you? I'm very sure people will be like, why is she focused on a particular place? Sorry, we're actually live on so many platforms, so I think I have to focus on a particular one. Thank you. So, anyways, this for New Zealand. If you're interested in going in for New Zealand, they're very good. Sorry, but mind you, they are not Europe countries, and we explained to you guys that Schengen country you cannot use what's it called. Okay, let me just explain this now. We have two categories of visas. This is how it works. If you're going into a Schengen country or Europe country, let me use it in a common language everybody can digest, right? Good. Means you're allowed to use that visa to travel to all Schengen zone. You're allowed to use that visa to migrate to all level of Europe countries. But if you're going into a non-Schengen country, you are not allowed, you are not permitted, except otherwise you apply for other visas. If you don't understand, ask me. Just like New Zealand and Australia, they are not Schengen. Canada, they are not Europe country. So you cannot even use a visa to cross to the Europe country. But the Europe country visa, you can always use a visa to navigate. You don't need to apply for other visa. You are in a Europe country, you're already in a Europe country. All you need to do is just buy your ticket, use the train. If you don't want to use the flight, and keep going. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. Then we also have a what's it called? What means visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, and I give you guys a lot of advantage of migrating to Netherlands, right? Remember, when you migrate to a Europe country that does not understand English, there's one thing or one tradition they always enforce you to do was study their language before they release their what's it called, permanent citizenship to you. But for this one, Netherlands, despite the fact that they are not English speaking country, they are Dutch speakers, you are actually allowed to get in what your resident even without understanding Dutch. That's why they call them exceptional Holland country. If you don't understand, ask me. Those are coming in from the second. You guys say it. Hi. Please, with New Zealand visa, is it a working visa? Yes, of course. It's posted on the page. It's pinned there most. Some of you, I don't know. You guys. So, do you guys understand what I'm saying about? Yeah. So, if you're going in for the Netherlands, visa is open, is ongoing, especially if you want to relocate with your family. But know that they are quite expensive country. All right. So, just always know that part. Oh, thank you so much, Mose. I'm very sure you send a heart so that I will not be angry. I'm not angry, I'm fine. Please, those that are coming in, you guys are welcome. When you come here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page. They're all same name, so you'll not be confused. If you're interested in all the visa package and you want to send us a DM, for now, you can only send a DM to Instagram or Facebook. If you don't understand, ask me. You cannot send a DM to TikTok. TikTok is flooded, or we have a lot of messages, so we have to deal with that. For the now, like I mentioned. All right, you can only send a DM directly to what's it called, Instagram and Facebook, or better still, you can even send a message on email. Our email page is also same name at gmail.com. Is also posted there. How much is Netherlands digital? We have three categories when it comes to cost or how much of prices. We have the premium, we have the standard, we have the regular. We actually explained that. Maybe you're just joining. Anyways, let me repeat myself again. For the prices or for the cost or how much, anything. Now, this is how it works. If you're going in for the premium and standard, it comes with accommodation, comes with flight, comes with airport transfer, comes with provision settlement from us, and all of that follow up, all of those background help. That is, you pay for those services. So we always call it VIP service. But if you are going in for the regular service, means that you are going to provide your flight yourself when you get into the country, as in before flying. You're also going to provide your accommodation yourself, and also you're going to provide your airport transfer. That means you're going to provide yourself, those documents. We only assist you with the vital documentation that is needed, and of course we have to book an embassy appointment for you and ensure that you get in your visa. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. So let's just say regular services, those of you that can handle things yourself, means you prefer buying your ticket yourself. When you get into the country, prefer getting your accommodation yourself. While the other hand, some of you that actually like most services to be done by people. We have people like that. Even me, when I'm flying to any country, I will even ask my company, please, you guys should help me and pay for this. Do you understand what I'm saying, right? So that's it. So you decide which one works for you. So let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Spain. If you're interested in a smaller country, you're not used to all this bigger country we have been talking about since. In fact, you're not familiar with bigger country. You can always go in for Spain, they're very good. One of the smaller intentional country, but mind you, they're not English speaking country, they are Spanish speakers, but they are cool. And also Spain has this recent tradition that's been ongoing. I don't know if most of you are aware of that, but we always explain to you guys whenever we have a recent update so that you guys will be aware. When you migrate to Spain, you have a lot of advantage. Now let me give you a hint. When you move into Spain, you will be what's it called issued a resident within your 6 months or 1 year of stay in a particular location in Spain. Don't worry about Spain. Now, when you migrate to Spain, right, and you are staying in a particular address or resident, I don't know how to use this. Now you're staying in a particular address, right, and you're staying maintain that address for 6 months. You are allowed to get in their resident free without stress. If you don't understand, ask me again, because most of you don't understand things until they explain and explain before you sink it. It's not a bad thing. We have different understanding level, all right? So what we are saying is that Spain make it to be easy and flexible. So those of you that are interested or you have been having the idea of migrating to Spain, you have a lot of edge now. I mean, you have a lot of advantage. So you will not find it difficult to go about it. Somebody's asking, I'm interested in what's it called? How much is Italy? Anything has to do with how much I'm interested, send us a DM, please. You can only DM Instagram and Facebook. Mabella Spain. Sorry, what do you mean by Mabella Spain? I don't know. If you're interested in Spain, like I said, any of the country you're interested in, you're welcome. All you need to do is send us a DM on Instagram, or you send us a DM on Facebook, same name. But you have to follow here, like first, before you be able to send a DM. So we'll be able to respond to you. And even on the platform you're sending a DM, you still follow. If you don't understand, ask me. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Malta. Those of you that are interested in a smaller, good country, you don't want to do much, just going for Malta. Malta is very good. They are stable, they are accommodating, and they are not racist. All right. If you're looking at a very intentional small country, well, mind you, they don't pay very well. And I keep telling you that small country don't pay very well, but just that their standard of living is very cheap. I mean, they are very affordable. Those of you that are actually consigned, so you can always go in for Malta, and also their English speaking country. On the other hand, if you're interested in a country that you would want to proceed in studying, that's Malta for you, because their tuition fee can be very, very cheap. All right, so if you're looking at that, you can always go in for that. All right, the Instagram page is same name, just same name, guys. Facebook page is also same name, so you know that tough. Then we also have here work permit visa available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, don't want to do much, just going for Estonia. They're very intentional. And besides, Estonia is one of those countries that share a border between them and Finland, so you have a lot you can always benefit from them. They are stable, accommodating, and they're not racist. But mind you, they do not pay very well, and also they don't understand English like completely. And also, if you're looking at a very cheap place you would want to do your study, you can always go for Estonia. They're very cheap. I mean, the tuition fee is not that expensive. It's not that alarming compared to UK, Canada. Name them, all those countries that when it comes to tuition fee, you have to like break the bank. So we also have a work permit visa available for Denmark anyways. If you're interested in a bigger country, you don't want to do much, you're just going for Denmark. Denmark is very good. They are stable, accommodating, and they're very rich. So they pay you very well, so you have nothing to be concerned about. But one thing is that they are not English-speaking country, they're Danish, all right? So just know that part. And also, what is, their generally standard of living can be very expensive. Yeah, but they pay very well, just like Switzerland and all of those. That's just about them. So each country, I think each country has their A and D. There is advantage and disadvantage, so you just decide which of them could for you. If the advantage matches more, then you can go for that. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you want a bogus one, just going for Germany. They are known to be one of the ODs. I mean, one of the Asian countries, but they are good. And also know that they pay very well, and they allow you to do multiple jobs, means you're allowed to multitask. And what else? They are not English speaking country, mind you, they are German speakers, so they do not understand English at all, but they are very good country. All right, so if you're looking at such intentional one you would want to go grab, you can always go in for Germany and thank us later. Okay. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Norway. Those of you that are interested in going into an average country, you're not used to all these bigger countries we have been calling. You want something mild. You don't want them high, you don't want them low, you just want them in between. We have people like that. Just going for Norway, they're average. But mind you, they are not English speaking country. They're meant to be Norwegian. That's the language. So what it means is that if you're not okay in studying someone else's language, go into an English speaking country. And if you ask me which country is English speaking, we have Malta, we have Netherlands, we have Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. These are English speaking country. Okay. Are we communicating? Then we also have a work permit visa available for Italy. Those of you that prefer smaller country, you don't want to do much, you're not used to doing much in your life. Just going for Italy, they're very good. Those that are sending messages, I'll respond to you. I'm seeing all the messages. Okay, floating in. Hi, hello, you guys are welcome from this area. Sending message, I'm seeing all the messages. I'll respond to all the messages once I'm done with the live stream, alright? So let's write on. So this for Italy, anyways. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to do much. You don't want to stress your brain. Just go into Italy and thank us later. They're very good, especially for starters. If you have never traveled before and you would want a small country to just go start in your career and just think of what life will be, that's Italy for you. And also, if you have a creative hand, what it means is that you are creative. Your hands can do things. I mean, you're a videographer, photographer, hairstylist, whichever styling you can do. Just going for Italy, you can always make it big. I'm not capping, I'm telling you the facts. You know, you have a lot of Africans in Italy, and also so you feel a little bit at home when you're in Italy. So they are not that racist and they're accommodating. That's why people migrate to Italy. But if you're interested in going to a country that has so many building and all of that, so many touched environments, that's not Italy. Italy building is not that, like, means they're still developing, they're not there yet. All right, so don't say I did not tell you everything. Of course I did. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Lewisburg. These are those of you that are interested in a very big country. You don't like smaller country. You want to do more. You want something touched. You want something much better. You know, you can always go in for this. This package is actually very good. Lewisburg pays you very well, but remember they are quite expensive. Those of you that are coming here need to match you. When you come in here, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page, same name, or you follow us on our YouTube channel, same name. If you're interested in the visa package and you want to send us a DM, or you want to reach out to us, or you want to reach out to me, or you want to talk to me, you do what? Send us a DM on Instagram, or you send us a DM on Facebook. You cannot DM what's it called, TikTok for the now. When we are done with all the messages on TikTok, then we'll inform you guys or update you guys when to DM TikTok. All right, so don't say I did not tell you. Now I'm telling you. So let's move on. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you want to do more, just going for Netherlands and thank us later, not now. Netherlands is very good. They are family countries, especially those of you that are interested in moving in with a whole bunch of human beings. You can always go in for Netherlands. They're very intentional, they're stable, accommodating, they are not racist, and they pay you very extra. In fact, they're previously known, they're previously known to be Holland, so they're a very good country anyways, and they're stable. But mind you, they're not English speaking country, all right? Generally known to be Dutch speakers. Don't say you were not informed. Now I'm telling you, listen. They are generally known to be Dutch speakers, but we have 70% or 80% that can understand you in English when you communicate. What it means is that we have 70% that are exposed that can communicate in English, but not all. Do you understand? Good. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Lithuania. These are for those of you that are interested in just a small country. You don't like doing bigger countries, just going for Lithuania and Tankos later. They're very good. They're intentional, they're accommodating, and they're not racist. And also they pay very well. So this is actually a very good intentional country. And remember, Lithuania is one of those countries that share border between them and Poland. And also they are connected to Sweden. So what it means in the essence is that when you're able to get in your residence when you migrate to Lithuania, which they are very fast in issuing residence or document or what permits, you can always use it to access Poland at your PO, and you can always use it to access what Sweden without stress, without visa. Do you get that? And note that they do not pay very well. That's a disadvantage. They are smaller countries, so you're not expecting them to pay you that much, but they are good. And what else about them? Yeah, they're not 100% English speaking country, but they are doing well. I mean, because we have a lot of international students that studies here, because their tuition fee is very, very cheap. In fact, it's not to be one of the cheapest, or should I say it's part of the lowest cheap affordable tuition fee anyone can always grab. Then we also have a work permit visa available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a bigger country, I know it's still the smaller country I've been talking about. Sorry, just going for Australia, they're very intentional. They're accommodating, they're stable, and they're not racist. And also they pay you very well. But mind you, they can be very expensive as well. All right. So if you're interested in going into a very good intentional country that is not part of Schengen, but they're English speaking, that's Australia. They also operate similar, just like New Zealand, and they can be expensive in nature. Do you understand what I mean? It means that they can be what? High expensive. So if you're not used to an expensive environment, we always advise you going to smaller countries like Italy, France, Spain, Malta, Lithuania, Estonia, you know, Libya, Romania. These are cheap, affordable countries anyone can always dive into, right? But if you want a bigger country that pays you more better, then you can go in for Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Lithuania, what's it called? Louisburg. These are bigger countries. All right. Please, can somebody respond to Daniel? Thank you very much. So those of you that come in here, I've mentioned that when you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in all the visa packages, they are all same name. Facebook same name, Instagram same name. You follow, like. If you're interested in the visa package, you would want to reach out to me, or you want to contact me, or you want to talk to me, or you want to reach out to us, whichever which. Send us a DM on Instagram, same name. Or you send us a DM on Facebook, same name. Or better still, you send us a Gmail. Thank you so much for responding. And what's the person's name? MBT Word _ Lane. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate. Peter Leggett, you are welcome. Those of you that come in here, you guys are welcome. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much for responding to that person. I really appreciate that. So let's write on together. Then we also have a PRO, permanent resident, available for Canada. These are for those of you that are interested in PRO. Remember I told you guys we have 2 categories on relocation. If you check on our screen board here, as I'm talking to you, you see that we have different routes. Either you're coming using the work permit, or you're coming using the conference or family relocation, or business visa or dependent visa, whichever which any of them. Like for this one, this is a PRO, all right? That it's fall under family relocation. And PRO is always the 5 years visa grant. We have the one of 2 years. It depends on how much you can afford for that. Because we have the one of 2 years, we have also the one of 5 years. This one is actually the one of 5 years. If you're interested in a bigger country, you can always go in for this. They are very good. But remember, they are quite very expensive. Just note that part. And also they pay you very well. Those of you that always ask me, do they pay very well? Yes, Canada pays very well. But just that they can be very expensive in nature. And if you're not used to an expensive environment, we have people that are not usually familiar with an expensive environment, then we always recommend you can go in for what cheaper country. But it's easier for you to get in your PRO, it's easier for you to get in your TRC, you know, they're very fast. And also they're very fast in issuing what's it called? Passport, international passport. Yeah. Through childbirth, you can easily get your international passport, and also through what's it called? Marriage, you can get your international passport. Only for Canada precisely, please. So not all the countries, all right? So Canada is always very flexible in issuing documents. So most of the reason why most people always migrate is because they want to go get in their passport. Initially, US were issuing passport, all of a sudden they pause. Because you guys know how to misuse opportunities, right? Yeah, when they give you guys the writing, you know how to like sorry, make use of it to the point where the person will be like, what the hell was going on? Do you understand? So anyways, they actually pause for now. We don't know when they are open, but whenever they are open, we'll always update you guys. Of course, that's why we're here. So for now, you can always go in for Canada if you're looking for passport, PRO, TRC, investment, whatever. That's Canada. So let's move on. Then we also have a permanent relocation available for Norway. Those of you that are interested in going into an average country, I don't know what's wrong with my voice. You have to manage it like that. That's fine. So you can always go in for Norway. Norway is very good. Remember, I keep telling you that they do not pay very well, like very, very well compared to bigger countries, but they are very okay. Besides, they're warm, they're stable. And also, they are not English-speaking country. They're Norwegian, but they're intentional country. So they're one of these countries that when you migrate to, you can easily settle down without stress. Yeah. And what again about them? Yeah, that's it. Then also, if you're looking at whether you want to study, but you don't want to spend too much on study, but you want a very good environment to study, you can always go in for Norway. Their tuition fees is not that very, very alarming. At least they are okay compared to Canada, UK, that you have to pay the whole bunch of fund because you want to study. Do you understand? Then we also have a PR, permanent relocation, available for Italy. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you don't know how to go in for bigger countries, just going for Italy and Tankos later on now. They are very good, they are stable, they are accommodating. And remember, small country do not pay you very well. We always let you know that because they are still developing. So the economic system is not stable, they are still fluctuating, but they are cool. The only advantage mostly you always get on these smaller countries is it's always very easy for you to get in your resident, and also it's always very easy for you to access other documents. Do you understand? That's just it. Otherwise, I don't see any reason, if you ask me. Then we also have a TROC, temporary relocation, available for Denmark. Remember I told you guys, under family relocation, you only have 2 categories, which is the TRC and the PRO. So we just talked about the PRO, that's the 5 years, and this is the TRC, this is for Denmark, that's 2 years, all right? So if you're interested in going into a very intentional country, but mind you, before you're migrating to Denmark can be very expensive. I mean, they are quite a lot higher expensive. So if you're not okay with that, just going for smaller countries and save yourself the breath. But outside which, they're very good. These guys pay very well, just like Switzerland. So that's the reason why I say a lot of people always would want to go in for that. All right. So if you're interested in such good one, you can always go in for what's it called, Denmark and Tankos later. They are good. Then remember, Denmark is not an English speaking country. Yeah, they're Danish. All right. Those of you that always ask me. Then we also have a TRC available for Spain. If you're interested in a smaller country, you're not used to all this bigger country I've been talking about since, man. The whole thing is like gagags on your head. Just going for Spain, anyways. They're very small, good, intentional, welcoming country. But mind you, they're not English speaking country. They're Spanish. But they're okay, anyways. Okay, they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not that bad. Somebody to respond to Peter, please. Thank you very much. So if you're interested in that, you can always go in for that. All right, Spain is a very good, should I say, is a very good accommodating country. Then we also have a temporary location visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a country that has so many businesses, you're into business and you want to migrate to a country whereby you continue your business internationally and you don't want to stress your brain, you don't want to do much, you're just going for Portugal. Portugal is one of the business-oriented country. You have so many business ongoing there and you're allowed to come in your business, so that's how intentional they can be. I mean, they are cool, all right? But the only challenge about them is that they're not English-speaking country, they're Portuguese. So if that's okay by you, you can always go in for Portugal, all right? Let's move on. Then we also have a TRC available for Malta. This is actually a very smaller English speaking country, and also they're very cheap when it comes to affordable tuition fee, and standard living can be very cheap. So if you're looking at a very smaller country, you just want to start in, you are not too sure of yourself, but you just want a very small country to start, just going for Malta and Tankos later. They're very intentional country, they are cool, they are not that bad, you know, they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not racist, they're welcoming. You have so many to benefit from them anyways. So if that's what you want, we have it ongoing and running. All right, thank you so much for responding to Peter MBT World Lane. Thank you. Then we also have a TRC available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in migrating to Estonia, you want a smaller country, you don't want to do much, just going for Estonia. Estonia is very cool. They are stable, they are accommodating, and they are not racist. And mind you, if you're interested in migrating to Finland, but you don't want to go into Finland directly because you just cannot afford Finland directly, just use Estonia and thank me later. It's easier for you to migrate to Estonia, getting the TRC, and before you know what's happening, you're already in Finland without stress, without embassy grunts. Is that okay? Yes, we have a work visa for students. Oh my God. Check on the screen, digital, whatever. Those of you that come in newly, I always refer, when you come in here, we have a work visa, we have the study visa, we have family relocation, we have conference visa, we have permanent relocation, TRC, COS visa for only those that are traveling to UK. All right. For the work visa, we split into two ways. We have the skill jobs, we have the unskilled. The skill jobs are those of you that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. Let's just say those that have certificates. Why the unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification, any of this certificates. Talking about the construction workers, factory workers, nannies, food service attendants, drivers, securities, caregivers, agricultural workers, truck drivers, forklifters. These are all unskilled open job. And if you're going in for study visa, we have 4 categories for study. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have the vocational study, we have the language course. Exactly. Did I actually grab it? Did I edit it? Was it that clear? Thank you. So we also have a temporary location available for Lithuania. We just spoke about Lithuania not quite long, right? These guys share a close border between them and Poland, and also they're very closer to Sweden. So if you're interested in going into a very good intentional country, you want to access other bigger country, you can always pass through Lithuania. It's like a passerby, but they're very good. But one thing is that they are not, they do not pay very well, and also they're not 100% English speaking country, but they're cool. Okay. I just explained to this person different kinds of study. I don't know, some people. Those that come in, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or better still, you follow us on our verified Facebook page, all same name, or YouTube channel, all same name. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM on Instagram, or you send us a DM on Facebook. Do you understand? You cannot send a DM on TikTok because we're already overcrowded, so we are paused for TikTok messages. You send us a message on Instagram, or you send us a message on Facebook. Then what else? Or better still, you can reach us on Gmail. If you have a Gmail, you would want to send by email, same name at gmail.com. You could just see it posted on the TikTok, very clear. So you have so many means to reach out, right? Is that clear? Thank you. So we also have a temporary location available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, I know you study smaller countries, just going for Germany and Tankos later. They're very good. These guys pay very well, and they allow you to do multiple jobs, means you're allowed to work for hours, and they're accommodating. But one thing about Germany, anyways, they're not English speaking country, they're meant to be German speakers. So what it means is that if you're not comfortable in understanding someone else's language, We always advise you going for English speaking countries like Malta, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. These are what English open speaking country. But if you want other countries, then you have to understand their language, because you cannot communicate without understanding their language. Do you understand? Let's move on. Then we also have a temporary location available for Netherlands. Netherlands is also a very intentional country. Like I mentioned, it used to be called Holland. They are cool, and also know that they're generally known to be Dutch speakers. But you have like 70 or 80% that can easily communicate in English, which is a plus. That's a good thing. And families are allowed to travel with you if you're going in with your family to Netherlands, because it's actually known to be a family-oriented country. I mean, they're open grand. Then what's else about Netherlands? Yeah, but they can be very expensive. That is a disadvantage. And also they have like a little bit, should I say, more of experience, should I say more of exposure, whereby you don't need to study Dutch for them to issue you their documents. So that's why expose they are. That's why they call them Holland. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Then we also have a temporary location available for Australia. Same name, Emmanuel. Somebody to respond to Emmanuel Frederick. Same name. Those that come in newly have repeat, you are welcome. All you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name. If you're interested in sending us, if you're interested in any of the visa, you want to reach out to us, or you want to send a message on Instagram, or you send a message on TikTok. Our TikTok is already filled up. Sorry, you send a message on Instagram, you send a message on Facebook, all same name. All right, same name, please. Can somebody respond to Emmanuel, please? The Facebook name is just same name. You don't need to stress yourself. All right, okay. So this is Australia. If you're interested in a country that is not part of the Schengen zone, but you want a very good intentional country, just going for Australia. They're very cool. They're English speaking country. They're accommodating and they're stable, and also they pay you very well. All right, you're welcome, Emmanuel Frederick. So we also have a temporary relocation visa also available here for Poland. These are for those of you that are interested in factory jobs only. My hand's hot. Oh God. If you're interested in going in for factory jobs, you don't want any other jobs, you can always go in for Poland. Poland is very good. One of the intentional jobs. I mean, okay, let's just explain this thing in details, because some of you don't understand. Nowadays, when you migrate to Poland, you have so many jobs, right? But mostly they prefer factory jobs. Or let's just say, they have more of the factory jobs than other countries. Do you understand? So that's the reason why most people always migrate to Poland. So if you're going in for that, you can always take it. They're very good. They pay very well. They're stable. But one thing, they're not English-speaking country. They're meant to be Polish language. That's a language. So if you're not okay with that, like I always refer, you can always go in for other English-speaking country, which we also have. Okay? So your choice. Then we also have a temporary location visa also open and ongoing for Belgium. Belgium is just same like Germany. I don't really need to talk much about Belgium. So if you're looking at a very, thank you so much, Empty Word Lane. I appreciate for responding to Emmanuel Frederick. Thanks. So anyways, if you're going in for Belgium, they're a very good country. They're stable, accommodating, and they're not that bad. You have a lot of benefits you can always grab in from Belgium. All right, but remember, they are not English speaking country. I think they have two languages. Not like I think they have two languages. They actually have a German speaking, and also they have the what's it called, French speaking. So you have like two exhibition language you can always use whenever you find yourself in Belgium. All right, but outside that, they are doing well. They are cool. Then we also have a temporary location visa available for UK. Those of you that are interested in migrating to United Kingdom, you don't want any other country, you prefer UK because they're English speaking, then you can always go in for this. They're very cool. They're intentional country. They're accommodating, they're stable, and they're not that bad. Also, they pay very well. But one thing about them is that, man, these guys depend on, should I say, they depend on tax, or they pay a lot of tax. You know, you get to pay federal tax, primary tax, you get to pay grocery tax, so many tax. Even before your salary comes in, your tax is already moved out. So most of the time, people get to check the tax and be like, man, I don't think I can deal. But if you're okay with someone taking out tax, you know, and all of those, then you can always go in for this. All right, so let's move on. Then we also have a TRC available for Sweden. If you're interested in going into a very intentional country, just going for Sweden and Tankos later. They're a very good country. They are touched, they're accommodating, they're welcoming, but they're not English speaking country, but they are cool. Like I always tell you guys, right? They pay very well. Like when I say very well, they're very good. But mind you, they can be very expensive. So we have a lot of customers that do they do work outside Sweden. So that's how expensive they can be. But we still have some customers that prefer an expensive environment. So you can always go in for this if you're okay with that. But they pay very well, just like Denmark. They pay very well, just like Switzerland. They pay very well, okay? So if you're okay with that, you can always grab it. Then we also have a TRC available, that is temporary relocation. The meaning of TRC, in case you are coming newly and you'll be like, what is TRC? TRC is temporary relocation. So we have it open and ongoing for Louisburg. If you're interested in a bigger, top-notch country, you can always go in for Louis. Louis, they said, pays very well anyways, yeah, when it comes to all the countries. Louis, Switzerland, Denmark, these are higher paying countries. Anyways, these guys are very accommodating, they are stable. You have, I think, a lot of benefits. One, free transportation across the cities in Louisburg. And also you have free Wi-Fi or internet connection, the way you guys understand it, across all the city in Louisburg. So that one alone is what okay. But mind you, they can be expensive. So I'm very sure for them issuing those free stuff, there should be a way whereby they debit it from, which is from your tax and all of that. All right, that's what will tell you that they are a quite expensive country, but they are doing well. I mean, they are cool. Then we also have a temporary location visa available for Ireland. Those of you that are interested in an English-speaking country only, you just cannot deal. You prefer an English-speaking country, just going for Ireland and thank us later. They're very good. They're one of the intentional countries that pay you extra very well. They're very fast in issuing their document, and also they're accommodating when it comes to asylum seekers. You know what is asylum? If you don't know, ask me. So they are very okay, and they are closer to Scotland. So if you're able to get in your resident, they're very sure you can access Scotland. You can even access London and all of those countries around the globe also. They are cool. But when it comes to being expensive, man, these guys, they're generally known to be what? Expensive. That is for Instagram. Emmanuel, yes, it's for Instagram. You did not spell the official correct. Can somebody help that person to spell that? That official is not correct. Look at what you spell. Can you check it yourself? It's not correct. Emmanuel. Check the official you spell. It's not correct. That's not me. Somebody should help him, please. All right. You have to remove the E. I'm putting, yeah. Yes, thank you very much. Then you add one for the Instagram. Why for the Facebook is just that. You don't need to add one for the Facebook, all right? So let's move on. So these are temporary location available for France. If you're interested in going in for France, you want a smaller good country, just going for France and thank us later. They're very intentional. They are stable, they're accommodating. These guys, they are not English speaking country, they are French speaking, but they're very flexible when it comes to giving out their documents. And you have a lot of Africans in France, so let's just say we call it, most people call it second home, because it's like you are home. I'll explain. Where you meet your own fellow Africans around, right? You don't feel that lost. You don't feel that strange, you know? So that's why I say a lot of people always tell you, I think I prefer France because of that. So let's move on. Then we also have a temporary location available for Norway. Sorry. Those of you that are interested in an average country, you don't want to do much. You just want a very good intentional country. Just going for Norway. Norway is very good and thank us good later. They are very intentional, but mind you, they're not English-speaking country. They're Norwegian. They are stable, accommodating. They are not racist. They are welcoming, and also they pay you very well. So if you're looking at such good country, you would want to start up either with your family or you're traveling alone, solo, or you would want to travel and just give it a try. Then you can always go in for Norway. They're average, like I always say, because they still maintain their currency. That's NOx. So that's why we always still call them, or should I say, we still maintain their name average country. All right. So they're not that expensive compared to other countries. Then we also have a TRC available for Canada. Those of you that are interested in migrating to Canada, one of the intentional good country. They pay you well, stable, accommodating, they're not racist and all of that. Mind you, they are not English speaking country. They are what? And what's it called? They are not English speaking country. So if you're going in for Canada anyways, yeah. Is it that? What am I even saying? They're not Europe countries, but they're English-speaking countries, all right? So they're stable, they're accommodating, but they're quite expensive. And they're very fast in issuing PRO, and also they're very fast in issuing documents like passport. Those of you that always migrate to country want to get in their passport, that's Canada for you. Remember, through childbirth or through marriage, that's the only way you can get in their passport, all right? Don't say I did not inform you. You're clearly told. Then we also have a TRC available for Italy. If you want a smaller country, you're not used to all these bigger countries they have been talking about, just going for Italy and save yourself the stress. Italy is also a very good intentional country, accommodating, stable, not bad, welcoming, all of that, but they're very cheap. Standard of living is very cheap, but one thing is that they don't pay extra very well compared to bigger countries. That's why they call them, or that's why they are smaller countries, but they are doing very well. So if you're okay with such good intentional country, you can always go in for Italy and thank us later. So let's move on. Then we also have, I'm just moving it on. Go down. Yeah. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Ireland. If you're interested in moving using family relocation, you can always go in for Ireland. They're very good. Remember, Ireland is an English-speaking country, which is very easy for you to connect from Ireland to Scotland. using their residence. So you have a lot of immigrants migrating to Ireland, and they're very fast in issuing what's it called, PRO, and also they're very fast in issuing asylum. If you don't understand what is asylum, please ask me and I'll explain. All right. So let's move on. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Iceland. Those of you that are interested in going in for ICE, you want a bigger country, this is very expensive. If you notice, we only post ICE once in a while because it's not a country that most people always migrate to because they're where they're men. It's actually very icy, like extra winter, seriously. So it's not every customer, not most customers. It's just few customers are always going for Iceland. That's why most of the time we don't even regular post Iceland. We just post it once in a while because like if should I say it's like a what do you guys always call it? Like a few visits, application. Then we also have a family relocation available for Switzerland. This is actually a very good one. Most of you are interested in migrating to a bigger country. You want to settle down once. You don't want to travel and keep traveling. Remember I told you guys they have two types of traveling. One, some people travel to smaller country and they'll still keep traveling, right? While some people just travel to the bigger country once and they hit the stone and they're in there. Man, they'll be like, what the hell? I think I'm done. So anyway, Switzerland is one of those countries that when you're traveling, you just know that you're traveling once and that's it. Do you understand? But they're quite expensive country, mind you. Also, they pay very well. All right, so that's just it. Then we also have a family relocation available for Belgium. We always tell you guys whenever we come across Belgium, they operate similar just like Germany. The only thing is that they are not fully, should I say, they're not fully German speaking. They have some parts that is English speaking. So we call them two languages in one country. You have the German speaking there. You also have the French speaking. And they allow you to do multiple jobs as well. So if you're going in for Belgium, that's what you're actually going to experience in them. Nothing more. Then we also have a family relocation available for Netherlands. We actually talked about Netherlands as a family country, especially if you're interested in settling down permanently with your family. You can always grab in Netherlands. It's actually once in a while country. They are very good. These guys, it's actually known to be Holland. They pay you well, they're stable. But mind you, they can be expensive also in nature. But when it comes to Christian country, just grab it. They're very good. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Finland. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a posh country, you want to do more, you want something extra, just go in for Fin and thank us later. They're very intentional. But mind you, when you're migrating to Finland, they can be very expensive anyways. The only thing I noticed that is very cheap in Finland is when those are sending messages, I'll respond to all the messages once I'm done with the live stream. I can see all your messages, all right? Thank you. The only thing that's quite cheap in Finland is when you're coming using study visa. We actually told you guys, right? If you want to come using study, it's actually cheap. But outside that, trust me, nothing more. They are quite expensive country, but they're doing well. Like, they are very good. They pay you well. So what else do you want? Then we also have a family relocation available for France. Those of you that are interested in a very smaller country. You're not used to all this bigger country. You always told you guys France is good. But the only thing you should be concerned about is that they are not English speaking country, they are French speakers. All right. So if you're not comfortable with a country that has other language, then you can always choose other countries that has an English speaking, which is Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand. That's it. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Spain as well. If you're interested in a very good country, we told you guys about Spain, right? Mostly when you're migrating to Spain, just know that you have a lot of advantage. One, they're very fast in issuing residents when you migrate to their country. But just that they are smaller countries, so they do not pay very well. And also they are still developing, they're not there yet. So don't expect when you go in, you'll be seeing the gigantic buildings and all of the skyscrapers and all of that. All right. Then we also have a family relocation available for Luxembourg. This is one of the best, should I say, among the best developing country anyways. They are very cool, they are stable, accommodating, but they can be extra expensive in nature. But you have a lot you cannot benefit from them. That's just one thing about it. So that's the reason why you have a lot of people migrate to Luxembourg. Always, like I told you guys, they can be expensive, guys. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for UK. If you're interested in migrating to an English country only, precisely, you just cannot deal. You just want an English country, just going from to UK and thank us later. But mind you, they're very expensive because they depend on tax. They pay so much tax. So most people will be like, nah, that's not for me. Then we also have a family relocation available for Malta. If you're interested in going into an English country, smaller country, you can always go in for Malta. Malta is very good. One of the intentional country also. They are very cheap. Their standard of living is very affordable. They are not that expensive also. Then what about the Then if you're interested in studying a very cheap environment, just going for Malta, all right? So you have so much to actually benefit, Then we also have a family relocation available for Portugal. Those of you that are interested in migrating to a business country, you just don't know how to do about it, you want to do more, just going for Portugal. Portugal is a very intentional country. stable, accommodating, and all of that. All right, but they're quite expensive and they're not English speaking country, they're Portuguese. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Denmark. If you're interested in migrating to a very good intentional country that pays you more better, just going for Denmark. Denmark is very good, stable, accommodating, pays well, and all of that. But mind you, they're not English speaking country, they're Danish, all right? But they are good. You know, they're one of those countries that when you are in, you are in. You tell yourself, I think I've arrived, all right? So they're very good. Those are sending me messages, I can see them. Then we also have a family relocation available for Estonia. If you're interested in going into a smaller country, you don't want to do much, you don't want to stress your brain, just going for Estonia. Estonia is also a very small, good, intentional country, pays well, accommodating, and also they're quite closer to Finland. Remember, I told you guys, if you're getting your resident in Estonia, you are sure of accessing Finland without stress. Sorry, let me just quickly check my time zone. That's why I'm coming close to the stream. Man. All right, so let's write down. Then we also have a family relocation visa available for Sweden. Those of you that are interested in a very posh environment, you want a very good one, just going for Sweden. Sweden is very good, stable, accommodating, welcoming, and all of that, and a very intentional country. They pay you well, so you have nothing to be concerned about. So if you're looking at such country you want to migrate, so maybe you're traveling with your family or you're traveling alone, you can always go in for Sweden. All right, they're a very intentional country. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Canada. Remember, I told you guys, when it comes to work visa, we have two categories only. We have the skill, we have the unskilled. The skill are those of you that are doctors, while the unskilled are those that are not having certificates. Okay, which is a doctor. Sorry, those of you that don't have. Sorry, I'm attending to people. Hi, hello, those are coming from me. So you guys are welcome. Skill are those of you that have certificates. Unskilled are those that do not have certificates. All right, can you guys hear me from here? Okay, good. The skilled are those of you that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, while the unskilled are those that do not have this certificate. Talking about the construction workers, drivers, factory workers, food service attendants, retail salespersons, hotel jobs, nannies, cleaners, securities. These are all unskilled. Caregivers, all right? Just like now, we have a lot of caregivers jobs ongoing for UK. You know, when you migrate to UK, the first job you're going to do is caregive. Caregiver mostly means that you're going to be taking care of people that are aged, people that are old, people that could not stress themselves, people that could not do hard things, people that could not even solve things. Do you understand? So mostly you have a lot of care jobs, all right? So that's just it. In case you hear somebody talking about care jobs, don't be surprised and don't be like, oh, what is this person talking about? At least you know that you have an experience now, all right? So that's most of the benefit. At times when you come to my channel, you get to learn a lot. So let's move on. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in a country that looks similar, just like Germany, you want to do more, you want a higher pay job, just going for Belgium. Belgium is very good. They pay well, they allow you to extend your visa stay, and remember, they are not English speaking country. We always tell you guys, right? They have German speaking in them, and also they have the Spanish speakers. So you just decide which one works for you or which one is okay. Then we also have a winter work visa available for UK. If you're interested in migrating to United Kingdom, you want a very good intentional country that is English speaking also, just going for UK and save yourself the stress. But note that they pay a lot of tax, so they're quite expensive. And that's the reason why you see a lot of people will tell you, nah. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Germany. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, you want to do more, you want a higher pay job and all of that, just going to Germany. They are German speaking country, all right? You have a lot you can always achieve or benefit from them, so you have nothing to be concerned about. If that's what you want, we have them open and they allow you to do multiple jobs. They are cool. They also have a winter work visa available for Portugal. Those of you that are into business, you're an entrepreneur, this is actually a very good country for you if you ask me. Sorry, I'm streaming on so many live streams, so that's it. Anyways, so if you're interested in migrating to a country that has so many businesses and you would want to come in to continue your business internationally, that's Portugal. Most of you that are entrepreneurs, you're into business, or maybe you are somebody that when you migrate to a country or migrate to a new environment, you want to do business. In fact, you are known for business around you. That's Portugal for you. Portugal will help you establish. They will help fix you. Do you understand? So you have a lot of chances of, when you migrate to Portugal, anyways. Not that some other country don't permit that, just that we actually know Portugal to be one of those big countries that any business person can always survive. Then we also have here winter work visa available for Lithuania. If you're interested in a You don't want to do much. You just want a very small, good, intentional country. Just going for Latina. Latina is very good. They are stable, accommodating, and they are not racist. Also, they pay you very well, so you have nothing to worry about. So if you're looking at such, just going. Can you guys see me from here? That's why I'm stretching my hands. Okay. You can always go in for Lithuania. They're very good. They are stable, accommodating, and all of that. All right. So, and I told you guys, Lithuania is sharing a border between them and Poland. Just check on your Google map. You see, there's very clear. I don't need to talk much. They share a border between them and Denmark, and also they're very closer to Sweden. Just type it on your Google map, Lithuania, closer to Poland map. You just say there. You don't even need to type closer to Poland. Just type Lithuania map. You just open the map and you see that they are very closer to Poland. So when you get in your Lithuania, what's it called, TRC, which they are very fast in issuing TRC itself, they're also very fast in issuing temporary resident. That's the reason why you have a lot of customers will tell you, do you have Lithuania? Yeah, they're very fast. So when you get in your TRC, it's easier for you to find your way around. Do you understand? Are we digesting it? So we also have your work permit visa available for Australia. If you want to go into a bigger country, just going for Australia and thank me later. They're very good. They are stable, accommodating, they pay you well, they're not racist and all of that. And mind you, they're English speaking country. And also know that they are not part of the Schengen zone. Means you cannot use their visa to travel to any of the countries. That's the difference between migrating to a Europe country and non-Europe country. Europe country, you are allowed to use their visa to navigate to other countries, right? But non-Schengen country, you are stuck. Just like when you migrate to Australia, you are stuck in Australia. Except otherwise, you apply for other visas, then you are allowed to use their visa to navigate to other countries. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. Those that are coming in, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, all same name, or YouTube channel, they are all same name. If you're interested in the visa package, or you want to send me a DM, or you want to reach out to us, send us a DM on Instagram, same name, or you send a DM on Facebook, same name, or better still, you send us a Gmail. We have our Gmail posted there, same name at gmail.com. Is that clear? All right, so let's move on. So we also have a winter work visa available for Netherlands. If you're interested in going into a bigger country, Netherlands is very good. They pay well, stable, accommodating, they're no races and all of that. And I told you guys, it's one of the countries that most family always settle down easily. All right, so if you're interested in that, we have them grabbing. So we also have a winter work visa available for New Zealand. If you're okay with a bigger country, you don't want to stress your brain, just going for New Zealand. New Zealand is very good. They are stable, accommodating, they are not racist, and they are welcoming. So if you're looking at such good country, you want to going for New Zealand, and thank me later. But mind you, they are quite expensive in nature, all right? So most of you are not aware of that. Then we also have a winter work visa available for Malta. If you're looking at a smaller, cheap country, you're not used to all this bigger country we have been talking about, man. It's giving you a brain, should I say spine? All right, so you can always go in for Malta. Malta is very good. Malta is cheap, accommodating, and they're not expensive, and they're English speaking country. All right, most of you that always migrate to a country and you don't want to be in an expensive environment, just going for Malta. And also, if you want a very cheap place to study, that's Malta. And also, you want an English speaking country, smaller English speaking country, that's Malta. So you see, Malta has a lot you can always grab in from, but just the only disadvantage is that they do not pay very well. So those of you that always ask about the payment or wages, most of the smaller country, they don't pay very well. That's what I will tell you. Small country pay less, bigger country pay more. While smaller country standard of living can be very cheap, and the bigger country standard of living can be what? Very, very high. So we also have a seasonal work visa available for Portugal. If you want to come using the seasonal work, we have like 4 seasons in a year. We have the winter season, we have the spring, we have the autumn, we have the summer. So each of the season, what it implies is that you are meant to work. So if you're okay with that, we have it open and it's ongoing. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for New Zealand. If you're interested in going in for New Zealand, one of the intentional country, you can always go in for this. They are very good, stable, accommodating, and all of that. And remember, they are not they are not Europe country, but they're English speaking country. Okay. My voice is cracking, I don't know. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Denmark. If you're interested in migrating to a very good intentional one, just going for Denmark. Denmark is very good, stable, and all of those benefits, and they pay very well. So if you're looking at such country you want to go in for Denmark, and thank me later. All right. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Malta. Those of you that prefer smaller English speaking country in Europe, just going for Malta. Malta is very good. one of the smaller, good English-speaking country. Lots of people migrate to, and they're benefiting from it till date. And you can easily get in your residence in Malta and still use it to migrate to bigger countries. Do you understand? So that's it. Those are coming in from this side. Hi, hello, you guys are welcome. Please, when you come in, follow here, like, or you follow us on a verified Instagram page, or you follow us on a verified Facebook page. If you're interested in the visa package, send us a DM, okay? Sorry, guys, I'm streaming on, like, you guys can see that, I think on the 2 or 3 months. So we also have a seasonal work visa available for Estonia. Those of you that are interested in migrating to Estonia, you can go in for this. They're very stable, they're accommodating, and they're not bad. All right, decide. They're a very cheap country. If you're looking at a very cheap environment, you would want to go in for just going for a student course letter. They are closer to Finland, so you have nothing to be concerned about. And note that they do not pay very well, but the standard of living is very cheap. All right, so that's the reason why most people migrate there. And also, if you're an international student, you want a very cheap environment, just going for external and course letter. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Germany. Those of you that are interested in a bigger country, you're not used to smaller country, just going for Germany and course letter. They're very good, very intentional country, so you have nothing to be concerned about. They're accommodating, they're stable, and all of that, but they can be very expensive, and they're not English speaking. They're German speakers. All right. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Spain. You want a smaller country, just going for Spain. They are also, sorry, English speaking country. They are Spanish, okay, but they are very good. They are stable, and they are very fast in issuing documents. Those of you that always migrate to a country and you want to get in their residence, you can always be in for Spain. All right, so you have nothing to be concerned about. They will also have a seasonal work visa available for Malta. If you're interested in going Poland, if you're interested in going into a country that have so many factory jobs as Poland, Poland is very good. You have so many factory jobs and all of that, you know, companies, manufacturing, clothing, bags, shoes. That's Poland. So that's why you always hear people, they'll tell you they want Poland. It's not that they're going to Poland to do any of the special kind of duty. No. Because when you migrate to most, or when you find yourself working in most of those factories, now you are allowed to even do businesses while working with a factory. I don't know if you understand. Some of you that understand what I'm saying. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Belgium. If you're interested in going in for Belgium, you can always go in for this. Can you guys see this package? All right, you can go in for Belgium. Belgium is also very good. They operate similar, just like Germany, and they are stable, they are accommodating, they are not that bad. So if you're looking at a very good one, you can go in for Belgium. But mind you, they are not English speaking country. They have 2 languages. Either they speak German or French. These are the 2 languages that is acceptable in Belgium. So if you're okay with that, you can always grab in that. All right, they are stable. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Netherlands. So if you're interested in migrating to Netherlands, you want a very big intentional country, you can always go in for Netherlands. Netherlands is very good. One of the good family-oriented country. Anyone can always migrate to every season. So you can always go in for that, all right? So you have nothing to be concerned about. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Lithuania. Those of you that are interested in a smaller country, you can always grab Lithuania. You have so much benefit. We have talked about that already. Lithuania is one of those countries that is closer to Poland, and they're closer to Sweden. So you can always access your way around. So they're very good, all right? But mind you, they do not pay very well. So they are small countries. And I keep telling you, small countries pay lesser, just that the standard of living can be very cheap, which is a good thing. So that's the reason why a lot of always migrate to such country. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for UK. If you're interested in an English-speaking country only, precisely, that's what you want to do. Just going for UK and 10 course later, they're very intentional. English-speaking country, accommodating, welcoming, they are not racist, all right? But just that they pay so much tax. So let's just say they're quite expensive, because you get to pay federal tax, you get to pay, what's it called, primary tax, you get to pay so much tax, province tax, resident tax, you know, and all of that. Man, they're actually depending on tax, if you ask me. So that's just it. Anyways, but some people still prefer UK. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for France. If you're interested in a smaller country, you don't want to stress your brain, you just want something very small, chilly, quiet, calm, just going for France. They're very small, good, accommodating, and all of that. Families are allowed to travel with you. You can extend your stay, you can navigate your way. So if you're looking at such, you can always go in for this, all right? Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Australia. Those of you that are interested in it. English good tush country that is not part of Schengen. I mean, they're not part of Europe country. You can always go in for Australia. Australia is very good. They are stable. And mind you, they can be very expensive. All right. So if you're not okay with such an expensive country, we always say that you can go in for other choices. But their government standard is one of the top notch. Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Louisbourg. Those of you that are interested in going into Louis, one of a good, intentional, expensive country that pays you very well. And also know that family is allowed to travel with you, but just that they're extra expensive. But they're very good. I mean, you have a lot you can benefit. They have free transportation across the city in Louisbourg. They have free networks access across the city in Louisbourg. Like, they're very good. When I say they're cool, they're cool. They're well developed. Those of you that prefer a developed country, you can always go in for Louisbourg, all right? Then we also have a seasonal work visa available for Finland. If you're interested in migrating to a touched country, you want to do more, then you can always go in for Finland and thank us later. They're very intentional, they're accommodating, they're stable, they're not racist, and all of that. And mind you, when you're migrating to Finland, they can be very expensive also. So if that's okay by you, you can go for this. The only thing that is cheap in Finland is their studying. If you're interested in migrating using study, you can always find it very affordable. But otherwise, the rest are quite expensive. Okay. They will also have a seasonal job visa available for Canada. If you're interested in an English-speaking country, you don't want to do much, you just want something very extra, you can always go in for Canada. They're very intentional. They are stable, welcoming, accommodating. They're not that bad. I remember I told you guys they are quite expensive in nature, but they are good. You know, they are one of those extra countries anyone can always migrate to, and you always benefit because they have a lot. They will also have a seasonal work visa available for Ireland. These are for those of you that are interested in migrating to a tush country that is very closer to Scotland. That's Ireland. And also, you want a very English, let's say, very good English country, you can go in for Ireland. That pays very well. That's Ireland, all right? But mind you, disadvantage, they can be very expensive in nature. Like, they can be extra expensive, in fact, not very extra, all right? So if you're not okay with such, you can always take other choices. They also have a seasonal work visa available for Sweden. If you're interested in a very touched environment, you can go in for Sweden. Sweden is very good, stable, accommodating. They are not racist. They are welcoming. You have so much to benefit in Sweden. So if that's what you want, we have it open. But mind you, they can be very expensive, and they are not English-speaking country, but they are doing well. I mean, they are good. All right. So if you're looking at such intentional one, you can go for that. Okay. So let's move on. Then we have a business visa available for Ireland. Remember, I told you guys business visa is only for those of you that are into business. If you're not into business, you cannot go in for business visa. You have to go in using the work visa we have, or the conference visa which we have, or family relocation or study. Business visa is only for entrepreneurs. Those of you that don't used to understand things until they say it twice. Business visa is not for you, everybody. It's for only people that have certificates in their business, or people that pay tax. You know, you are paying tax and all of that, because embassy always asks us to upload that on the platform. That's when you can always go in for business visa. All right, let me just quickly check my time. Okay, so let's move on. Then we also have a business visa available for France if you're interested in going into a small country. And also, the advantage about migrating using a business visa, one is a 1 year multiple entry. The second part also, when you migrate using a business visa, you can always extend the business visa to what? Permanent stay or work visa or resident. And also 3, you can always migrate to your family using the business visa. So you see, business visa has a lot, you can always benefit from it. So that's why I see a lot of reasons why people always tell you, do you have a business package, please? Do you understand? So with their business certificate, they can always use it to do what? Grab a very good opportunity in traveling. Then we also have a business visa available for Netherlands. Those of you that are interested in migrating using the business visa, you can always go in for Netherlands. Netherlands is very good. They're intentional, accommodating, they are stable, and all of that. And remember, it's a family-oriented country. So most of you that are married, or maybe you want to travel with your family, or maybe you're traveling with the whole group, you can always go in using the business package. Then we also have a business visa available for Belgium. Those of you that are interested in a country that looks similar, just like Germany, you can always go in for Belgium. All right, they are very good. Like I keep saying, they pay you well, they are stable, but not that they are quite expensive. I will always tell you country that is expensive and non-expensive. I will always tell you the advantage and disadvantage. That's one thing with my channel. Yes, I will not tell you this country is quite very good and all of that. Every country has advantage and disadvantage. Just pray the advantage supersedes the disadvantage. That's why mostly we always tell you, if you want a smaller country, note that their salary package can be very cheap. Means they don't pay very well. But their standard of living can also be very low, which is a good thing. You see, they have their advantage and they have their disadvantage. And they're also very fast in issuing documents. I mean, if you want to get in your documents. But if you're going into a bigger country, Know that they are quite an expensive country. There's nothing you or me can do about it. It's already there. But the only thing is that they pay very, very well. I mean, they pay times 3 of what you could earn in a smaller country. So you see, if you are someone that is actually interested in a higher pay job, not minding how expensive an environment can be, then that means bigger country is what you should go for. But if you are someone that does not know how to cope in this, what's it called, expensive environment, where people like that, like you cannot survive, then you can go in for smaller countries. So they made it easier for you, all right? So you know what you want. Those that are coming newly here, you guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page or YouTube channel. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM. We'll send our requirements and our cost. And also, if you want to send us a DM, send us a DM on Instagram. You can only send DM on Instagram. Now our TikTok is filled up, so we have to complete or clear off those messages before you can start sending messages. So for the now, you can reach us on Instagram via DM, or you reach us on Facebook via DM. It's very easy that way. Or better still, you send us on an email. Our email account is same name at gmail.com. Okay, so here we process visas to different countries, process to smaller countries, bigger countries. If you're going in for the smaller countries, you hear us talking about smaller countries, right? I'll list them all out so you know what you want. If you're going in for the smaller country, means you pick in between Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, Libya, Romania. These are smaller, cheap, affordable countries. Their standard of living is not that bad. But if you want a bigger country, then you can go in for Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Luxembourg. These are bigger countries. Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Netherlands, Ireland. These are all bigger countries. Is that clear? Good. So we have different rights. I don't know why this is stopping me. We have different rights of visas. We have the work visas, we have the study visas, we have the family relocation, we have the PRO, that's permanent relocation, we have the temporary relocation, we have business visa, we have conference visas, and all of them. Each of the rights still has different categories underneath. Now, if you're going in for the work visas which you offer, we have 2 categories of work visas. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. Skilled jobs are those of you that are doctors, while the unskilled. Okay, let me just explain. Don't worry. Skilled jobs are those of you that have certificates, while your skilled are those that do not have certificates. Skilled jobs are those of you that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. Unskilled are those that do not have any of this qualification, talking about the construction workers, factory workers, drivers, nannies, food service attendants, retail stores, persons, hotel jobs, cleaners, securities, truck drivers, forklifters, caregivers. These are all unskilled jobs. Now we are entering winter a lot. You have a lot of snow pickers, depending on the country you find yourself, that has so much there to clear off. Do you understand? We call it ice clearers. Do you understand? So that's how it works. Then which other one I need to explain? Yeah. Then if you're going in for study visa, we have 4 categories for study. We have the BSc program, we have the master's program, we have vocational study. The BSc program is the 3 years program. The master's program is the 1 year program. The vocational study is the 6 months program. We also have the one of 1 year. And the language course is the 6 months program, tenor, and also the one of 1 year. Good. Then we have the family relocation, which is 2 categories. We have the PRO, we have the TRC. The PRO is the 5 years family relocation, that's permanent relocation. The TRC, that's the 2 years family relocation, that's temporary relocation. And you don't understand. Somebody said, Ike Moore said, business visa is how much? When it comes to anything that has to do with how much, we have 3 categories. We have the premium package, we have the standard package, we have the regular package. The premium and the standard package means you want us to provide you, please, accommodation, flights and all of that. You have to pay for those services, all right? But if you're going in for the regular package, it's fine. That means you provide your services yourself. You provide those flights yourself, accommodation yourself, and all of that. Is that clear? If you don't understand, ask me. Those that come in newly, I'll repeat myself. You guys are welcome. When you come in, all you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page. If you're interested in any of the visa package or YouTube channel, all same name, so it's easier that way. If you're interested in the visa package, I don't like my head touching me. If you're interested in the visa package, you send us a DM on Instagram. You cannot send a DM on TikTok because we have our TikTok already filled up, so we need to clear that page before we start receiving DMs. So you can only send a DM on Instagram, or you send a DM on Facebook. Same name. Or better still, you can even send a DM on Gmail. It's even easier. Our Gmail account is actually posted here, very clear. Those are coming from this side. Can you guys hear me? Good. So that's how it works. Any other question? Let me check my time frame. Okay. All right. So if there's no question, thank you so much and see you guys on DMs. Do you understand? So you can only DM Instagram, same name, official game one, Facebook, same name. Okay. So when you come in here, newly guys are welcome. All you need to do, you follow here, like, send us a DM, we send our requirements. What's it called? What this person said, Ike More. I just explained to you. You send us a DM if you're interested. You send us a DM on Instagram. Please, can someone help me and respond to this Ike? Of course, I'll respond to you. Empty word. Okay, I will. Can somebody help me and respond to this Ike? You can only send a DM on Instagram or you send a DM on Facebook. That's what we said. And somebody's asking, do you process visa for? Let me even read that comment. Self. Wait. Sorry. Do you have job for male? We have male and female here. Work visas, I'll list them all out so you know which one that works for you. If you're going in for the work visas, we have two categories. We have the skilled jobs, we have the unskilled. The skilled jobs are those of you that are doctors, nurses, engineers, IT tech, chef. Does this sound like something that a male can do? Good. If you're going in for the unskilled, it means we're talking about construction workers, factory workers, nannies, drivers, cleaners, hotel jobs, securities, drivers, forklifters, truck drivers. Does it sound like what a male can do? Somebody is asking, do you have a job for male? Does it sound like what a male can do? The person is not responding again. Okay. We process smaller and bigger countries. What's this person's name? Fortune King. We have smaller and bigger countries. If you're going in for smaller countries, we have Italy, France, Spain, Lithuania, Estonia, Malta, which other country? Libya, Romania. If you're going in for the bigger country, we have Germany, Belgium, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK, Luxembourg, Ireland, Finland. Check on our page. It's clearly posted there. We made to be transparent enough. Everything is posted there. That's what we said. That's what we tell you. When you come in here, you're welcome. All you need to do, you follow here, like, or you follow us on our verified Instagram page, same name, or you follow us on our verified Facebook page, same name. If you're or YouTube channel, same name also. If you're interested in the visa package, you can only send us a DM on Instagram or Facebook, same name. Reason being that our TikTok messages are filled up. When you send it to bounce back, it's not going. Do you understand? For the now, until we are done with clearing those messages, then we can start accepting message back again. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. So thank you so much, guys. Okay, sorry. Please, what's the offer and the price for Spain? Jesus Christ. Like, seriously, I just explained all this thing. Check on our page, you see it there. Thank you. So bye and see you guys on my DM, okay? Ciao. So bye guys and see you guys on my DM.